Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Today you join me in this absolutely gorgeous 2007 Jaguar XK that you've just seen in that sequence there. This is a 4.2 V8 automatic with the J-gate selector, and I bought it for just £6,000. In fact, it was £5,700 plus fees at auction, so it was 6,050 quid or something. I can't believe I've bought all of this car for that much money, and it's in such nice condition. I'm absolutely in love. I've only driven this once really, home and back in again. So I decided we'd take it out today. Now it's all cleaned, photographed and up for sale for a cool £12,000, I might add, that we'd take this out and I would give you my initial impressions. The first thing you notice when you walk up to this is just how striking it looks. It just looks absolutely gorgeous. Of course, it reminds you of something out of a Bond film, which I think these were in a Bond film. Maybe the XKR was in a Bond film. The world is not enough, maybe. Secondly, quality in here seems really, really nice. And considering this is on 99,000 miles, it's wearing it really well. The seats, interior, selectors, all the trims, everything looks factory fresh. It's unbelievable that this is on nearly 100,000 miles. It feels tight as a drum as well, and obviously this has been someone's pride and joy. There's a stack of history with it. I'm just so thoroughly impressed. Then obviously you start it and you hear the rumble of that V8, which is just absolutely glorious. Is there a better sound than a V8? I know there's good sounds, but V8's got to be up there. First thing you do, of course, is put it across into sport mode and get your foot down, and it doesn't disappoint. It sounds absolutely incredible, loads of torque. It feels like it wants to spin the wheels up. Oh, it sounds absolutely incredible. Gearbox is really responsive as well, so that is a really nice surprise. I thought it might have been a little bit more clumsy, but actually it feels super responsive. You are certainly not wanting for power. This isn't the most powerful V8 out there. If you wanted to compare this with a Mercedes C63, for example, then yeah, it definitely doesn't feel quite as aggressively fast as that. But do you want all that power all the time? Do you want all that fuel expense all the time? This will actually return a better MPG. I think the other night when I took it home for a run, bearing in mind it was my first drive of it, I wasn't really hanging around and still managed to average 25 miles per gallon, which in something like this seems absolutely incredible. And once you've got that out of your system, put it back into drive, and this is the most civilized, easy thing to drive in the world. I would have absolutely no hesitations in taking this on a long drive. I guess that's what it is. It's a Grand Tourer, it's a GT. It has surprised me with just how comfortable and easy to drive it is. Nice light steering that still feels responsive and has good feedback as well, but it's just effortless to drive. It's super comfortable. I've got heated seats, I've got climate control, I've got navigation, and I'm absolutely cocooned in just quality feeling leather. It's no wonder I'm really starting to fall in love with it. Normally when I get in a car like this, I'll think, oh, this is absolutely brilliant. Of course I need to fix that, or I need to sort that out. That little rattle there, we'll try and ignore that, but I'll get that sorted. And nothing on this car. Everything, as I say, just feels factory fresh. The build quality is remarkable. There's no real creaks or squeaks coming from anything inside either. This car at £12,000 seems like really good value, but for what I paid for it, £6,000, I am just absolutely amazed. Let's put this back in sport mode, use our flappy paddles, and we'll give Toby a little flyby, see what this V8 is sounding like. I've seen this car be compared to a V8 Vantage, people saying it's better and cheaper. I've never driven a V8 Vantage, so I can't really tell you. Though it wouldn't surprise me. This thing feels so good, looks so good on the road. It oozes class. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. I just cannot believe the value of this car. Interior wise, it's actually quite generous. The two rear seats, you're never really going to get anything in other than a child seat. With a small child, maybe. But unlike something like a 911, this does actually have a pretty decent sized boot with a large hatch, so it's easy to get things in and out of. You could quite easily use this as your everyday car, and I'm very tempted to do that, but I'm trying to restrain myself. Depending on when you're watching this video, our weekly vlog will be out, which will show me actually bidding on this car, picking it up, and kind of falling in love with it. I'll put a link somewhere on the screen here to that, which will come out a few days after this video goes live. So if you're watching this as it goes out, it will be in a few days on the Saturday. If not, it might already be live. So check that out, because I have said to myself that if this doesn't sell by the end of the month or within a month for the money we're asking for it, I'm very tempted to keep it and make it my own personal car, because I love it. What I love about the car trade is every now and then you come across cars you wouldn't necessarily have thought of, or you didn't think they were really in your budget or your market, and it opens your eyes to a whole new car. And that's basically what's happened with this. I saw the guide price for this being $5,600 at the auction, so I thought, really, that for that much? And that's also the same feeling I get when I look through some of the inquiries from carsboughtformore.com, our car buying service. Sometimes you see cars and you think, wow, I'd never thought about buying one of those before, but here we have a subscriber who wants to sell us this car, and I'd really love to own one. So thank you to everyone who has dealt with us through carsboughtformore.com. And if you haven't, and you're considering selling your car, make sure you do check out carsboughtformore.com, fill out your information. It's a very quick form. Give us as much information as you can. We will do a tailored quote to you. It's not just a generic offer your registration, stick it into We Buy Any Car, that sort of thing. We actually check out the market, we do specific research about your car, and we take all of your information into account to try and give you the absolute best price we can, and we'll even come and pick it up from you. We've got our own transport services. You might get to meet Josh or Macaulay or even myself, who knows, and your car might even end up on the channel. So make sure you check it out, and thank you to everyone who has already. The power on this obviously isn't as much as, say, something like the CC3, as I said before, and it's not as aggressive, but it's so manageable, it makes it really fun. It's not threatening at all. It's not feeling like it wants to spew me out of corners. It's not trying to snap around on me and fishtail. It's just so manageable. It just makes it so fun. And there's definitely no lack of power and excitement. So there you have it. These are my initial thoughts on the Jaguar XK 4.2 V8. I absolutely love it. I love it. I am in love with it. This is 100% what we at Barrow Motors would call Joe spec. Big V8 petrol engine, automatic, comfortable, sounds amazing. It's got technology, things that you want. I'm sorry if you came here expecting lots of technical information and statistics. I'm not really that guy. I just want to give you my gut feeling on how I feel about a car and how I enjoy it. As someone who trades in a lot of different cars, how do I feel in this compared to everything else? And that's my honest opinion. With that said, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. You can check out merch and the podcast and all of our discount codes if you head to shiftingmetal.co.uk. I think that's everything I need to tell you. So I will see you next time.